Hello, my friends, and welcome to the second class in our grammar course, into which, my friends, we are going to start going through the English tenses as I promised you my way. My way, my friends, as I told you in the first class, depends on concentrating and focusing on the contextual, emotional, and cultural backgrounds of each tense and here, my friends, I'm not going to discuss each tense alone. I'm going to compare uh, each two or more tenses, which generally students, learners, even teachers confuse with one another. Today, my friends, I'm going to start with the present simple and present continuous. As you know, my friends, in some cultures, like the Turkish culture and the Arabic culture, it is very difficult to find a very clear difference between a present simple and present continuous. Generally, because, my friends, they have the same references and the same contextual meanings and backgrounds in these cultures. But in English, my friends, present simple and present continuous are way different from one another. Let's see, my friends, here how different they are. I'm going to start with the uses of each tense. I'm starting here with the present simple. We use generally present simple to talk about facts. Facts here, my friends, I mean by saying facts, the things that should be considered true always. In English culture, we have two types of facts. The scientific facts, which are always true, which have been proved, which nobody can deny, while the personal facts are facts according to the speaker. The speaker thinks that what he or she says is a fact. That's why the speaker uses present simple. Allow me to introduce these facts to you. Let's start with scientific facts. Those are three. Water boils at 100 Celsius degree. Generally, my friends, this is a scientific fact because everyone knows scientifically that water boils at 100 Celsius degree. Another fact here, my friend, is my mother doesn't speak Chinese. In here, some students think that scientific facts are always about scientific fields like mathematics, like geography, like biology, like chemistry, but this is not true. A scientific fact is a fact that is proven, that nobody can deny because it has evidence. For example, here, my friends, my mother doesn't speak Chinese is a scientific fact because she really doesn't speak Chinese. Because everyone, for example, knows that, because it is easy to be proven. Let's take the third example. My father works in the National Bank. In here, generally, my friends, this type of facts is called scientific because, for example, my father is an accountant and his job is there. I cannot lie about this because this information is known by everyone and can be checked and proven by the listeners easily. In here, my friends, those scientific facts then are the facts that cannot be denied and can be checked and proven, and they are not always about scientific fields. They could be about other fields, for example, everyday life or people's jobs. Number two, personal fact. A personal fact, my friends, is always true according to the speaker. The speaker always thinks that these are true things, while the listeners have the right to refuse them according to their opinions. And here, my friends, I say my favorite drink is water. Maybe another person says my favorite drink is orange juice, but at least for the speaker, this is a fact. My mother speaks Italian very well. In here, my friends, maybe someone here's my mother, and this person is a good Italian speaker, and he or she tells me, no, your mother doesn't speak Italian well. This is a matter of opinion. For me, my mother speaks Italian very well. This is my opinion. This is a fact for me. But for the others, this fact can be denied and can be considered as a piece of information which is not a fact, which is wrong. While in the present continuous, we use the present continuous to talk about actions happening now at the moment at present, or we say actions happening at time of speaking. For example, the water is boiling now. My mother looks at the water. We have a pot. We have put some water in the pot. We set the fire under it, and then my father said, the water is boiling. Put off the stove. Means the water is boiling now. Number two, my mother is speaking on the telephone now. Please call her later. For example, someone calls my mother, one of her friends calls her. I take the telephone, I answer it, and then they ask me, where is your mother? Can your mother talk to us? I say, I'm sorry, my mother is using the landline. She's talking on the phone. She is not ready to talk. She's busy. You can call her later. Or my mother, for example, I can say, my mother is cooking. She's preparing dinner. She's not busy. She's not free now. You can talk to her later. So I'm talking about something happening this time at the moment of speaking. While in the third example, my friends, we are not talking about you. Are talking, is speaking, is boiling. You see, he, she, it, is playing, is eating, is we are. We are not talking about you. We are discussing a private issue. Someone comes to us and for example, sees me talking to my brother, and he comes and he says, you are talking about me. I know. I say, no, no, no. We are not talking about you. We are discussing a private issue. So I'm describing an action that is happening now, which is talking about the private issue and not talking about you. For the second difference, my friends, here, we use the present simple to talk about a routine action. A routine action is an action that is repeated regularly. Every year, every season, every summer, every month, every, for example, day, every week. This routine action is repeated regularly, as we see. We read a book every month in our club. For example, we have a reading club, and I am introducing the club for people, and I say, our club is a good club. We read a book every month. We finish a book every month. In here, my friends, as you see, we read. I don't use the S. While here, my father works, because the subject is he. My father is he. He works. Water, it boils. My mother here speaks. He, she, it. As a subject, the verb takes S, and for negative takes doesn't. In here, my friends, a routine action, we say Sarah and Jack do not come to the course on Mondays. It means regularly. Sarah and Jack don't come to the course every Monday. So this action happens or is repeated regularly. While in here, my friends, we use the present continuous to talk about an activity in progress. This point, my friends, is very important to understand the present continuous. We say that a verb is in progress when I started in the past, started this activity or this action, and I am now still doing it, and I have not finished it, but now I'm doing something else. For example, here, my friends, I am giving my class. I am in the course, in the English course, one of my students enters the class late. And I tell him, why are you late, my friend? The student says, sorry for coming late to the class. We are moving to a new house. Now the student is with me in the class. Of course, the student came to learn English in my class. The student now, at this moment, is not moving, is not taking or packaging his stuff. The student is moving. He said, we are moving, means we have started the operation of moving, but we have not finished yet. We are now in the middle. For example, we have moved half of or 2/3 of our stuff. We still have to continue later. And here, my friends, the other example, I meet my friend in the restaurant and he tells me, what are you doing now? Like this, actions happening now. I say, I am eating my dinner with my wife, for example. And he tells me, what are you doing these days? What are you up to? I tell my friend, I am reading a book about World War II. I started last week and I am in chapter 3. Maybe the book is 6, 7 chapters, 4 chapters, 5 chapters, doesn't matter. What matters is that I have started reading the book and I have not finished yet. Now I am in the middle of the process of reading. As you see here, my friends, I am eating now in the restaurant. This is present continuous. And I am reading a book about World War II. Means I started reading the book. Now I am taking a break. Then after I finish my dinner, maybe in the morning, maybe when I come home, I will continue reading, which means I am in the middle of this action. I can give another example. For example, here I say, I'm watching a very good series. You know, The Walking Dead, for example, it's 11 seasons. And I say, I'm watching The Walking Dead. I am in season 2 now. While now I'm talking here, maybe I am in a party. I'm telling my friends that I'm watching the series, means I started watching and I have not finished. Now I am with you in the party. When I go home, I will continue doing what I have started. For the third use, my friends, here, we use the present simple to talk about permanent situations. Sometimes, my friends, we have permanent situations or permanent actions which we expect for us, the speakers, that those situations will stay as they are now in the future and there will be no change. For example, I say, I live in Istanbul. It's my sweet home. I live in Istanbul means now I am in Istanbul and I have no plans for the future to leave Istanbul. I will stay in Istanbul till the end of my life. This is my plan. I have no plans to change this situation. I am a teacher, you know. This is normal that a teacher, I work at a big school. This is normal. It's normal that a teacher should work or a teacher works at school. So this is my permanent job. I have no intentions to change it in the future. I am a teacher. I will stay a teacher till the end of my life. While here, my friends, we use a present continuous to talk about temporary situations. I say, I am living in Istanbul until I finish my university. For example, I am from Iraq. I am from Syria. Maybe I am not from Istanbul. I am Turkish person. I'm not from Istanbul. I am from Mardin. I am from Marash. I am from Van. But I have a reason to stay in Istanbul, which is studying in the university. When I finish the university, I will leave Istanbul and I will go back home to my country or to my city. That's why I say I'm living in Istanbul until I finish my university, which means my living in Istanbul is a temporary situation. I have plans to change this residence. I live in Istanbul. I will stay till the end of my life. I'm living in Istanbul means I have a specific period. I have a specific reason. When this reason or this period finishes, I will immediately change this situation because it is temporary. Now, the second example, I am a teacher. I work at a big school. I'm a teacher. Normally, a teacher works at school. But here, I say, I am an engineer. So, generally, an engineer works in a company. I am an engineer, but I am working as a teacher. In here, my friends, I am working as a teacher. This is a temporary situation. I'm not going to stay a teacher till the end of my life because this is not my real job. I am an engineer, but I couldn't find a job as an engineer. That's why I am working as a teacher. So the situation here, my friends, is temporary and it has a reason. When the reason ends or finishes, of course, the situation will be changed immediately. As if we have seen so far, my friends, understanding the cultural backgrounds of each tense and the differences between them is so important to understand how to use each tense. Now, my friends, we are going to carry on talking about the differences between present simple and present continuous. The fourth difference here, my friends, we use the present simple to talk about facts neutrally. And here, my friends, we don't use our emotions. We describe something, an event, or we describe someone neutrally with no emotions. We say, Sarah always talks about me. In here, I am emotionless. I am giving information about Sarah. I say the teacher always gives us a lot of homework. Maybe in here, I'm talking to my mother. I'm a student at school, and I tell my mother, Mom, we have this chemistry teacher, Mr. Odate, and he always gives us a lot of homework. Maybe here I'm praising him, I'm not complaining. And here we say Jack and Sam always come to our house. I'm talking about regular guests who always come to our house. I'm describing this action neutrally, emotionlessly. In here, I always forget things. I'm giving information about myself. I forgot my keys. I always forget things. So this is my nature. I'm not angry. I'm not sad. I'm not happy. I'm talking emotionlessly. In here, my friends, we use the present continuous, on the other hand, to talk about or to complain about my or someone's behavior or habits. For example, I say, Sarah always talks about me. Fine, no problem. But when I say, Sarah's always talking about me, I know she doesn't like me. She always says bad things about me. She's always talking about me. In here, I am angry. And when I use always with the present continuous, I refer to the fact that the continuity or a frequency of the action annoys me and makes me angry, and I don't want this situation to stay as it is because it is annoying and it makes me angry. I say, Sarah's always talking about me. I know she doesn't like me. She always says bad things about me. The other example, the teacher always gives us a lot of homework. I say in present continuous, Mom, we have this chemistry teacher and he is a bad person. The teacher is very bad. He is always giving us a lot of homework. He makes me always tired. I wish this teacher could die. For example, I am complaining about the teacher and I don't like him. I don't like his frequent and continuous behavior towards me. Jack and Sam are always coming to our house. When I say Jack and Sam always come to our house, I'm giving information subjectively. Let's say I'm here neutral, emotionlessly talking. In here, Jack and Sam are always coming to our house. I'm complaining. I don't want them to come. I told them so many times not to come. They still admit till midnight. We want to have our personal life. We need some privacy, but they don't respect that. They are always coming. This what they are always coming means. I always forget things. This is me, my nature. But when I say I forgot my keys again, I am very stupid person. I'm always losing things. I'm always forgetting things. And here, my friends, I would like to tell you that I am criticizing myself for doing something. At least I think it is bad. And here, my friends, I am forgetting. I just want to check something with you. In here, you know the verb come, generally, the verb come ends with E, but in here we delete the E, we add ing. In here, we double letter T. I'm going to explain in the next class how to add S. For example, finishes, I add ES, and I add S here to start. For present simple, you know, if the subject is he, she, it, we add S, but there are rules how to add S. We're going to explain them in the next class. And of course, there are rules to add ing. For example, here we delete letter E, here we double letter T. I'm going also to discuss them in the next class. But in here, my friends, we are concentrating only on the cultural background of the tenses. That's why I'm not explaining anything that is related to these things. Let's talk about the fifth use here. The fifth use of present simple and present continuous, or the fifth difference, would definitely change your point of view, your understanding to English. Let's say in here, we use a present simple to tell how people, things, animal are naturally are. To talk about the nature of someone, the nature of something, an animal. Let me give you an example here. I say, my little brother is very nice. In here, I know my brother as a good person. He is always nice. I say, my little brother is nice. He respects me. I'm talking about him. This is what he is always. I'm telling the truth about him. And I am here emotionless. And I'm talking, taking no sides. My dog is very noisy. He causes a lot of problems. This is the nature of my dog. My dog always barks. So he causes problems. You are so rude to me and I don't want anything to do with you. Leave me alone. And here, my friends, I'm talking to a person who is always rude to me, doesn't respect me. This person is a very bad person. And I don't like this person at all because his or her nature is a bad nature. But when you use the present continuous in this context, we use it to tell how things or people or animals are pretending to be, which means I am here telling that those people or animals or things are behaving in a contradicting way to what they really are. Maybe they are good people, but now they are acting as bad people. They are bad generally, but they are acting as good people. Let's take these examples so that we understand. As we said, my little brother is very nice. He's always good. But when I say, you know, my little brother is being nice to me. For example, I know my brother. He's always rude and he doesn't respect me. And he comes to me and he says, you know, Udait, you are the best brother in the world. You are the best at all. Nobody's like you. You are my favorite brother. I tell him, well, I don't know where this is coming from because you're always rude. You're being so nice. You're being nice means you are not nice generally. You are acting because you want something. Something happened to you and you are pretending to be nice to me. You are not nice in your nature. I don't know what he needs. My brother is being nice means pretending to be nice. He's not nice generally, but now he is acting like a nice person. My dog is very noisy. This is the nature of my dog. My dog always barks. But in here, my friends, I say my dog is being very noisy. My dog is being very noisy. Generally, my dog is not noisy. but something happened to my dog makes or made him noisy. I say my dog is being very noisy. I think he is sick. So because the dog is sick, he is acting strangely. The last example, my friends, here. You are so rude to me and I don't want anything to do with you. I'm talking about the nature of someone who is always bad, who is always offensive to me. But look, if you use this sentence in a present continuous, it could improve your relationship with the other side very dramatically. Allow me to explain something. If you have a very good friend, a closer friend, a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a spouse a partner that you don't want to lose, this person is now arguing with you, is offensive to you, and you want to tell this person that you are very important person in my life and I don't want to lose you. You tell this person, you are generally so nice. I don't know why you are being so rude. It is very polite to tell people this. You are being so rude. It means you are generally a good person, but now you are treating me unfairly, you are hurting my feelings, but I know you are deep inside, you are a good person. You are generally kind to me, and I don't deny that you are a good person. You're always good, but now you are offensive and you are very aggressive. And here, my friends, if you tell this to the other person, you could calm this person down. Generally, when you want someone to stop attacking you, you use this sentence. This sentence is very polite. And if you understand the difference now, my friends, your English will be different. Your English will be like a native speaker if you understand this point. And here, my friends, the fifth point, we use both present simple and present continuous to talk about activities or events or occasions will happen in the future. Teacher, are you insane? Can we use the present simple and present continuous to talk about the future? Yes, we can use the present simple and the present continuous to talk about the future. You tell me how, why, I tell you if this event or activity or occasion is formal, officially, or fixed in a timetable. For example, an authority has taken its decision, we use a present simple. We say our course finishes on 13th of October 2025 because the decision of the starting or the finishing of the course generally comes from an official authority like the office, the management. We use a present simple to say that this decision was taken and announced officially and nobody can change it. It is official now and it will happen 100%. We say the bus leaves at 7 p.m. It is 6:30 now, we should go. And here, my friends, I am telling my friends, for example, I use Google Maps, and then yes, our bus is written here to leave at 7. So the company, let's say the transportation company, put or decided this time of leaving, so nobody can change it. It's official. And for example, we use it at the airport. We say our plane takes off. Our plane takes off at 7, which means this decision was taken and was announced officially, cannot be changed. We say Sarah and Jack come to the course next week, which means they are asked to come because the authority or the management tell them that their, for example, course starts next week. Now, my friends, if we use the present continuous to talk about the future, we refer to the fact that the events or the activities were taken as personal plans and decisions for the future. We are joining a French course next month. We want to visit France. And here I'm telling I have taken a decision with my wife, with my girlfriend. Okay, this decision was taken by us. We're joining a French, which means in the future we will join. But here, my friends, we are joining, I mean, I have taken the decision for the future. Gary is leaving at 7. He is determined to go to China. If I say Gary is leaving at 7, means that this decision was taken by Gary. Nobody forced him to take this decision. The last example here, my friends, is Sarah and Jack are marrying next year. Generally, my friends, the decision of marriage is taken by the groom and the bride. So I say here, Sarah and Jack are marrying next year. They told me, everyone, means that this decision was taken by them. Thank you, my friends, for listening. That's it for today. I would like to say that this class was a little bit tiring, arduous, but it has a lot of new information. So if you don't understand the point in this video, please try to watch it again, and for example 2 or 3 times. This is not a big problem, just to know that you have mastered the present simple and present continuous. And of course, my friends, go to the description box. You are going to see that I have downloaded 2 or more Kahoot quizzes which are related to this topic. And please, my friends, try to do these exercises and learn from them. In the next class, my friends, we are going to discuss how to add S to the verbs in present simple and how to add the ing ones to the verbs in present continuous. Thank you again, and goodbye.